This is the heavily refreshed 2015 Volkswagen Jetta. We're here in Virginia to give it a test drive. Wait a second, you're thinking, this is heavily facelifted? Looks the same to me. But if you look at the front, there's some mild updates to the front grille and the air intakes. Around the back, they've got a new bumper as well. That's not the major part of this facelift. It's actually underneath. All new engines. There's a lot going on under the skin of this 2015 Jetta.
You're not going to see too much on the surface. What we've done outside is really just enhancements. We've changed the bumpers, we've changed the lights, we've changed the trunk lid and such, all designed to make the car a little bit sleeker, a little bit more slippery in the wind, so the coefficient of drag is a little bit reduced. But the big changes are underneath. The body structure underneath has been strengthened to improve crash worthiness. We've also made it more aerodynamic, and inside, that's where you're really going to notice the upgrades. The interior, the instrument panel, the radios, everything has been brought up a notch to make the car really more luxurious looking, very nice cabin. It's something our customers said, if you're going to change anything on the Jetta, here's what we'd like to see. We followed our customers and we've delivered exactly what they want.
And when this new larger Jetta came out a few years ago, there were a few complaints from a lot of auto journalists and also buyers that they really sort of simplified the vehicle too much in order to get the price down. Well, now Volkswagen is going about remedying a lot of that. Now, keep in mind that the base model starts under $15,000. Now, it's under $15,000, so it's not going to look exactly like this Highline trim that we have here, which most of the Jettas now have a soft touch dash, and that was one of the biggest complaints with the previous models. The switchgear has been nicely upgraded. It looks a lot like the Volkswagen Golf switchgear, much more modern, even Audi-esque on the inside. The base model doesn't have the soft touch dashboard, but it does get a lot better looking on the inside. But one thing you have to keep in mind, it's a $15,000 car. And when you look at what's available in the marketplace, you don't get this size. This is the biggest car in the competitive compact segment. You get a huge back seat, you get a massive trunk, and you get a very nice handling car now because of the independent suspension. So it's a lot of car for the money.
Probably the best news for 2015 is that we've managed to hold a line on pricing. The Jetta starts at just $14,990, which is a great entry price. You've got a big car with a tremendous large passenger volume, lots of backseat space, and a huge trunk that starts at under $15,000. And throughout the line, regardless of which engine you choose, and remember, there's 3 engines to choose from, what we've done is we've added features, we've added content for 2015 to make the value equation even stronger. The real change for 2015 are the engines. Under the hood, late last year, we introduced a 1.8-liter TSI engine, which is a turbocharged direct injection engine. The beauty is you've got 170 horsepower, 185 pound-feet of torque, yet it delivers extraordinary fuel efficiency. And on the topic of fuel efficiency, for the 2015, we've enhanced our diesel engine from one end to the other. This year, it now produces 150 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque. So it's quick, it's very smooth on the highway, it's great in the city, yet it delivers 8% better fuel efficiency and up to 40% less emissions. It really is the best of both worlds, and for customers who drive longer distances, TDI really is the ultimate solution for them.
Now, I mentioned off the top, not a lot of exterior changes. Underneath, big changes. Independent rear suspension now on all Jetta models. The previous version only had it available on the top GLI and the hybrid models. Now everybody gets it. It's one of those things that if you don't drive them back to back, you might not really think it's a big deal. But when you drive a car with independent suspension, it gives you more confidence. You can throw it into the corners with ease, and it definitely is going to help you in an emergency situation. Same thing with disc brakes. It's one of those things where you think, well, you know, drum brakes, they do a good job in the back, but when you get a car with discs in the back, along with in the front, that makes you feel much more confident when you're driving. Now, under the hood, two new engines. You've got the 1.8 liter turbocharged direct injection four-cylinder. That replaces the old five-cylinder with the same output, 170 horsepower, but it's more efficient. And the real efficiency champ is the all-new modular diesel engine. It's a 2-liter engine, and on paper you might think it looks similar, but it is a new power plant. It's modular, meaning they can use it in different displacement sizes across all of the Volkswagen group. It has a 40% improvement in tailpipe emissions because they've gone to urea injection, or AdBlue. Now you've got 150 horsepower from the 2-liter diesel, and you get 236 foot-pounds of torque. And driving here around beautiful Virginia, I find that the engine has kind of more like a gasoline engine, and that's a pleasant surprise. And with the independent suspension, this really is a wonderful car, especially for people who do a lot of highway driving. Now, I know off the top we said most of the updates are underneath the skin, but I have to say that the time I've been spending with this new Jetta, I do appreciate the facelift, the grille. I think it does look much, much better. But when you add in the new powertrains, the vastly improved interior, updated suspension, this is going to take the best seller in the Volkswagen line and make it that much more popular because they've stayed true to the pricing of the previous models. Volkswagen has also stated that they're not going to wait as long as they have in the past to upgrade their vehicles. So this is a major update just a few years after the Jetta has come out, and I look forward to what they have up their sleeve next time.
Is your next car going to be a diesel? We have all the reviews at drivingtelevision.com.